My name's Don, and actually, I've never had a problem with heart disease or artery problems. So I stay busy, I stay active. I very rarely am sedentary. I play tennis, I play racquetball, and I did a lot of exercise, but apparently wasn't enough. All the males in my family, both maternal and paternal side, have had heart issues, heart attacks. And my brother, who's 6 years my junior, started at 39 with angioplasty, and he's had 2 open heart surgeries. So with that kind of heritage, I talked to my primary care doctor, and he said, well, he took all the information down, and he said, well, we better just be precautionary and be proactive. So he sent me to a cardiologist about 6 years ago. And it was just a precautionary, just to have a contact with a cardiologist, and he would do EKGs. And this year, the EKG was slightly different. And so he said, well, he called me up and he said, I don't think it's anything serious, but we got to find out what it is. And I went in on Friday morning to do the catheterization, and he said, it'll take about an hour, and if I have to do a stent, it'll be about an hour and a half. And we went through it, and I woke up, and I remember it was about 55 minutes. I said, well, he didn't do a stent. And I asked him, though, I said, did you do a stent? And he says, no. He said, we got bigger problems. We're going to surgery. And I remember I shouldn't do this. I'm on film, but I thought, that's terrible. And I flatlined on him. So they shook him all up. And the next day I was in surgery. I was that serious. And because I had 4 blockages. It went well, and he came in and visited me 2 or 3 times. Then the nurses there were excellent. I remember the first meal that I was asked to take, I decided I wanted just soup. I didn't want anything else. I didn't want any solid food. And so that's what she ordered for me. And so the dietary kitchen put me on liquid only. They thought it was the doctor's orders. So the next day I wanted something. I said, I'd like to have an apple. He said, oh, I don't think you're going to get it because you're on a liquid diet. I said, well, I put myself on it. Can't I take myself off? And he said, well, they don't work that way. And so they wouldn't give her anything other than liquid. So what she did is she went down and bought me an apple herself out of her own pocket and brought the apple back for me so I could have it. So I thought that was really above and beyond the call of duty, wasn't it? She was great. And I had a great experience at the hospital. Cape Fear did a good job. The people there were terrific, and they were great. I mean, I don't care if you're talking about the janitor, or you're talking about the nurses, you're talking about the doctors. They were all fabulous. Oh, the facility is the top-notch, first class. The technology is up to date. The cleanliness is superb. The doctors are well-trained. So I think Cape Fear has done a good job in cardiac. I hope people never have to go for that purpose. But if you have to go to the hospital, I think it's a fine institution to go to.